Thanks guys for being with us today. Today we're talking about hunting kit and what I'm using typically in a Midwest whitetail hunt November into December when it's getting colder out and the snow is starting to fly here in southwest Michigan. So this is stuff that I've used over the years. It's stuff I've built on. It's some older technology stuff, but it's stuff that really works well for me and that it fits all of my needs, and I really, really like it. Most of my base layer stuff is either going to be Sitka Gear early season base layers or the Stone Glacier poly blend that is a little bit warmer, a little bit thicker. When used with the Sitka Gear, this is their Stratus line. It's like a fleece Berber type of material. It is windstopper and it is super warm. So with the base layers, the pants and the jacket, and if it gets really chilly out, this is their Berber fleece Fanatic cross zip vest. Super, super warm. Here in Michigan, we are required to wear Hunter Orange during the gun season when we are gun hunting. So having a good baseball hat, a good Sitka warm Stratus hat or their Fanatic hat, super, super nice. Keep you warm and you'll be able to hunt all day long. A good pair of boots. So I typically wear lacrosse rubber boots in the 800. They're a little bit older, but they've held up for the last 3 or 4 years beautifully, no cracks. They're still waterproof and my feet stay nice and warm for those all day sits. Moving down, I have it's an older, couple-year-old Sitka Bino chest pack. In this, I do have my Fury HD 5000 applied ballistic binoculars. These things are awesome. They pair well with everything that I've got going on with my rifle and everything that I've done pre-season to get ready for the season. I also keep a backup rangefinder in here. It's been useful when I'm trying to do stuff really quick. And in the early season with bow hunting, the handheld rangefinder sometimes can be a little bit quicker for ranging stuff that's at closer distances when you're trying to get tight in with those whitetails here in Michigan. I also have just a little bit of a small knife here from an Outdoor Edge knife. All of my knives that I use are Outdoor Edge knives. They're great. I always keep a small little grunt tube. This is a grunt small mouth Primos grunt tube that also doubles as a like a doe bleat, which I don't typically use, mostly for the grunt. And in this pocket here, I have a headlamp. I keep my Ear Pro in there and a small little, an old Streamlight Buckmaster's incandescent light that has green on it also. It's kind of an old school blood tracking flashlight, but I've had it in there forever and I don't intend on getting rid of it. So this is a great Bino harness. I've used it for several years. Don't intend on getting rid of it anytime soon. Next, mostly I use this. This is an old Sitka Ascent 8 fanny pack, but it works well for me. I know there's a newer version out there. I haven't really tried it, but for what I'm doing, in and out of tree stands, in and out of redneck blinds. Oh, there's a little blood on this still from last season, but this works really well. On it, I keep a Outdoor Edge knife set with a bone saw, tree saw on there. Inside here, I have Stone Glacier swing out packs. This one is all my field dressing stuff. I've got some gloves in here. My kill tags are in here. I keep a nice pair of leather gloves. These are super, super great. I get these from Tractor Supply from the early season to the late season. These do a great job of keeping your hands warm when you need it. And if you're doing any sawing, cutting on the fly, dragging out your deer, whatever the case may be, they're great for that too. This is my Outdoor Edge Swing Blaze. This is a knife that I have fortunately had the honor to gut and field dress a ton of animals with. Deer, turkeys, bear. This has been an awesome knife and it has held its edge for a very long time. Highly, highly recommend it. Keep it with me for all hunts. Moving on to the next container here, I've got a Stone Glacier swing out pack, red. I've got a tourniquet in here, some quick clot gauze, a Israel bandage, and this is just for those times when if something, God forbid, were to happen, it's great to have this to fix. And there's some Band-Aids, a couple other little aspirin, things like that in here. Super nice to have. You don't have to go back and forth if something happens, and if something bad happens, you've got it readily available. Keep another headlamp in here. This is, again, an older one I've had for a very long time. It's a Streamlight. Again, I believe it's a Buckmaster. Yeah, Buckmaster's edition incandescent green light. It's worked great. Keep another deer call, estrus call in here. And for really cold mornings when your nose is running and dripping, I always keep extra paper towel. So moving on now to my firearms. This is a pretty unique firearm. This is a Remington 700 Action built by Ultimate Firearms in Okemos, Michigan. Ken Johnson up there built this for me many years ago. It was one of the original, this is a 450 caliber. It is an awesome gun. I can get very tight groups at 350 yards with this gun. I'm very confident and is a very accurate shooting gun. This paired with a suppressor, which is down here at the end, is very quiet, very comfortably able to shoot it without ear pro for 1 or 2 shots out there in the field. The added suppressor really elevates this firearm. This particular suppressor is a suppressor that is manufactured by a company who shall remain nameless, but it's freaking awesome. So great firearm paired with 450, and the can is amazing. I also have over here a AR style 450. It's a shorter gun, tighter spaces, shooting in tree stands rather than shooting at like maybe a blind. But this is my primary firearm here. So pretty much this is my kit that I'll use from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. One thing I will note, I have over here a Stone Glacier C-Rack 1700 bag that has it's already got all the same stuff that I talked about in this Ascent 8, and a few extra things, some hand warmers. I'm able to put my coffee canister in there for hunts when it's later in the season. I'm hunting in a blind and I can lug that thing out there. It's like the perfect size. Stone Glacier, you made an awesome pack there. We have had a unique summer. Some of the areas in our region have been hit with EHD, and some have not. So we are fortunate that we do have an area that I will be hunting this year that has not been affected so much by EHD, and have a few good bucks and a lot of doe on camera. So we look forward to a great hunting season. Thanks for hanging out with me today, going over some of my kit. Look for some more videos in the future, maybe one for earlier season bow hunting, but I appreciate it, and shoot straight.